Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Money Lynn, and we are back with another episode of the Money Lynn Friends show. And guess what? Today is my first day doing this show solo, dolo, okay? And so it feels a little awkward not to have someone next to me, but God, you know what? God's next to me. You know what I mean? Here we go. So we're here for the Money Lynn Friends show, and I am going to take this opportunity to talk about who I am and just kind of reintroduce myself. For those who don't know, my name is Lynn Hobson. I go by the name of Money Lynn, and I got the name Money Lynn years ago from my younger clients who were at the time filming episodes of MTV's My Super Sweet 16. So the name Money Lynn came from the young teenagers who wanted me to shake their parents out for the money so that they could have their over-the-top birthday parties. Thus the name Money Lynn. So there you have it. So for myself, I am a publicist. And a lot of times people come up to me and say, oh, I need a PR. I need public relations help. I need a publicist. And then when I say, okay, cool. And they'll say, well, what exactly do you do? And I say, I am a publicist. And they'll say, never mind, I need a PR. And I'm like, it's the same thing. So a publicist, as a publicist, I promote people, places, and things. So that means that I promote authors, influencers, television stars, actors. I promote restaurants, books, you name it, people, places, and things. And so when I promote people, places, and things, I promote them in newspapers, magazines, the internet. I promote them on television shows, internet radio, and blogs. And I do it for a period of time, which is anywhere from 3 months to 6 months to a year to a 5-year plan, depending on your rollout and the client's expectations of what it is they want to accomplish. Okay? So as a publicist, I do public relations. And so the short for that is PR. Ta-da! That's how you get PR, from public relations. So I'm a publicist and I am a public relations executive, and I do PR, public relations. Okay? Now, next. So over the years as a publicist, I wrote a book called Diary of a Hip Hop Publicist. And that book basically is the backdrop of my life. Each chapter is named after a client that I've once represented. Anybody from Chris Brown to Dipset to Gucci Mane, Little Mo, you name it. In these chapters, I'm talking about my skill set and my job and all the things I had to do to work for that client and show up to work with a smile on my face, which is not always easy. So as a result of coming out with that book, a year or two after coming out with that book, the pandemic hit. And my business tanked, because public relations is like, it's a luxury, It's not a necessity, but it's not a necessity like, you need it to eat, sleep, drink. It is a necessity for your business. It's a service that I provide. So in the middle of the pandemic, we were all trying to survive, right? We're just surviving. So I had to go to the tape and use my book and get some sales to pay these bills, because these bills don't pay themselves. And when I started selling the book online on social media, I said, hey, I'm going to go outside and sell this book. And so I created a pop-up shop. And then it was a very successful event. So when I created the pop-up shop, other vendors started hitting me up saying, oh, I would love to participate in your pop-up shop. And so I charged them a small fee to become vendors at my pop-up shop where I was selling my book. And then that grew. It went from a pop-up shop with 5 to 10 vendors to a pop-up shop with 20 vendors, 25 vendors, 30 vendors, 50 vendors. And then after the first year of the Money Lynn Friends pop-up shop, we were in full expo mode with an amass of 200 vendors. Okay? And that's how you have the Money Lynn and Friends platform. And so now that the pandemic is over, I wanted to expand, or the goal is to expand, and I am expanding the Money Lynn and Friends brand by creating this show where I am highlighting entrepreneurs who have kept their businesses or who are developing businesses. So the core audience has been my blossoming billion-dollar businesses that were started in the pandemic. But now people are back at their 9-to-5s. They're not happy and they want to create other businesses. Okay. Yeah, but it's okay. It's almost over. It's almost over. So with this platform, Money Lynn and Friends, I am highlighting my clients' past, present, and future. Also, I'm highlighting my vendors from the Money Lynn and Friends pop-up shows and the expos. And I am highlighting people who I draw from for inspiration, whether it's a pastor, a fitness expert, a chef, a content creator, you name it, you will see them as guests on the Money Lynn and Friends show. Okay? But the Money Lynn and Friends pop-up shop is still here. It will always be here to stay. So let me give you some upcoming events. Go ahead, you can get it. Okay. So let me give you some upcoming events. On the Saturday after Thanksgiving, I work with Next Level Entertainment Group out of the Washington, D.C. area, and they will be having their 25th annual All Black Affair. And during that All Black Affair, guess what? I have vendors vending at this All Black Affair, and it is a fabulous event. Kiki Wyatt is confirmed to perform for this All Black Affair, and you don't want to miss it. The finest and the elite of the DMV always comes out. They always come out dressed in black, and it is a high quality event of over 2,000 of industries of the African American elite, specifically in the DMV area. So you don't want to miss it. DM Money Lynn and Friends if you want to be a vendor. On Black Friday, I am teaming up with Cecily Grove. She is the head of marketing and promotions at FUBU Clothing. Yes, FUBU is coming back. They are making their way back, and they're having a huge sample sale of their clothes, getting rid of all of their inventory on Black Friday in Brooklyn at Hannah House. You don't want to miss it. We will also have up to 15 slots available for anyone interested in being a vendor on that day. And specifically, this is a call to action for blossoming billion-dollar clothing brands. You know, this is a great opportunity to be in front of FUBU, and not just FUBU executives, but other distributors and retailers who are looking to expand in their clothing arenas, in their own stores and their distribution companies. There will be store owners and clothing distributors there on Black Friday at Hannah House, so you might want to check it out. Additionally, as a publicist, Money Lynn and Friends will be implementing the Media Day. And stay tuned for that information as well. I will be inviting media out, and you, the viewers, will be able to come out and promote your product all in one-stop shop. Okay, you know what? I know that that's going to be a winner. And then last but not least, let's talk about some current events. Let's talk about the government shutdown and how we've been shut down for almost 3 weeks now. You know, my advice to anyone that is suffering or going through it during this time is to lean on your Creator. Lean on God. Be creative. Look around your house. Look around and see, like, there was a woman who was hungry in the Bible, and she had a son, and there was a knock at the door, and it was a prophet, and he was like, you know, what's going on in here? And she was like, we're about to die. And he was like, sell this oil. Look at this oil that you have. Sell it. You know what I mean? Go out. Go ask your neighbors if you can borrow this jug or these jars to fill up these jug and these jars of oil so that you can sell this oil and get some money. And the point I'm trying to make is, what is in your storehouse? What is it that you have that's tangible for you to sell to be able to make some money? Because at the end of the day, whether you're an entrepreneur or you are a 9-to-5er, I wake up personally every day and I look at what it is that I have. First, you know, shout out to Ferd, my production person. What are you thankful for? I list what I'm thankful for. I thank God for opening my eyes. And guess what? I put on my boots, I put on my backpack, and I strap up 10 toes down, and I'm going to go out and I make a way and I find a way. Every day I tell myself I'm going to find a way and I'm going to make a way. So that is my advice to you, no matter what is going on in the world system. As long as you are in the kingdom system and you have God riding for you as your best friend, you will never go without. You will never go in lack. Find a way, make a way, get in that word, and you'll be fine. And thank you so much for tuning in with me today. It was definitely different to speak to the camera and not to an individual. And hopefully you may see more of that. We'll see. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment on this post. And if you want to be a vendor, send me a DM. I got you. And we're out.
Let's go. That was great.